Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Matt, and welcome back to another Beyblade video. Today we have another tournament recap video. So the other day I hosted a tournament with 33 players. And I think this is probably one of my just best tournament performances, just bar none so far. So I just wanted to highlight it and show it off a little bit. In terms of the deck, we're running an all one-sided ratchet deck with Aero Pegasus 150 rush, Shark Scale 170 low rush, and Wizard Rod 160 free ball. And this is probably some of the best competitors in this Connecticut scene all gathered in one place. So it's really in a WBO-ranked tournament, so it's a little different from what we're usually used to, but it was really fun to not only host and run and also play in and get that sweet moolah. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy and check it out. Alright, and before we get into the matches, I would just like to shout out sponsor of the channel, Mall of Toys. Mall of Toys has some of the latest Beyblade X releases in stock and limited edition Beyblades. And you can also just shop everything. You can get everything from even Metal Fight and Burst items. They're pretty good. If you use code HAPPYMAT at checkout, you get 5% off of your order, and it supports the channel and it helps me get new Beyblades and make more videos and get prizes for tournaments and stuff like that. So consider helping out the channel and consider supporting and helping out the channel by using code HAPPYMAT at checkout. Yeah, thank you. Alright, so here's my first match against Sharky Bay. I go with my arrow, he picks his Wizard Rod. I'm on my good side, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to rock. And I try to go for a drop launch, I fail, and I end up in the center of the stadium. And Aero Pegasus can't really play the center game with Wizard Rod as well as you think. Even though I got some pretty solid hits here, a lot of recoil, I just couldn't squeeze out the spin finish. So then I send out my Wizard Rod against his Phoenix Swing on low rush. My plan here really was just to scrape by and squeeze out the points, and I got him. And then he sends out his Silver Wolf. Silver Wolf is the bane of my existence, as we will learn throughout this video. For some of these matches, for the people who have Silver Wolf, I just can't beat it with anything. And I get spin finish. He gets the spin finish. I send out my Aero Pegasus against his Silver Wolf again. I wasn't expecting Silver Wolf to come back out. I was expecting him. I don't know why, but I wanted him to do an attack matchup. And he gets the spin finish. So then I'm down. And I get this recoil-y pocket. So that puts me up 3-2. And then I get the spin finish on the Wizard Rod because I destabilize it. So then it's Wizard Rod into the Phoenix Swing again. And I try to go for reverse X dash and fail. That's what happened the first time, and it's happening again. But the tilt and the defensive positioning of the launch was enough to block all of Shark Scale's hits. Alright, so this is my second match against Leon Main. I go with my AP, he goes with his Knight CX, and I get in the pocket. And then he pulls out his Blitz, and I go Wizard Rod, of course, and it's a Wizard Rod match. I'm just gonna let it speak for itself. And this has been better. Then I pulled my Shark Scale against his Meteor Dragoon, and this one was where I was really worried, because I get bounced up into the air. But I get bounced up in the air, I get hit really hard, there's a lot of recoil, and he's also stealing spin from me at the same time. It's a whole thing, and he gets the spin finish. Then I send up the Wizard Rod against it's Leon Fortress. That's what it is. It's Leon Fortress. I just remember. And I squeeze out the spin finish with Wizard Rod, because Wizard Rod is Wizard Rod. So then I there's a Meteor and get the pocket. Alright, so this is my match against Wolf Tyrant. I go AP, he goes Cobalt, and I get an immediate burst on the Cobalt. So then I send out Wizard Rod against his Ragna Rage, and it's Ragna Rage on Jolt, I believe. And Wizard Rod does Wizard Rod things and gets the spin finish. So then we're on our last base. I go Shark Scale, and I just pop, boom him. Just boom him, absolutely boom him. It was crazy. Alright, so this is my next match against Sunflush, and I go AP versus the Hover Wyvern. We get some big initial contact. I think I'm in the center. I think I'm good. But I guess either I miss. I don't know what happened here. This was my first time playing without a slip grip. Like in this tournament, usually I play with the slip grips from Noozle 3D. But today I decided to take it off to see what happened, and I got spin finished by the Hover Wyvern. So then I send out my Wizard Rod, and Wizard Rod does Wizard Rod things. I finally get some semblance of a reverse X dash here, which I've been trying to hit all day against these attackers and stuff, trying to play defensively, but I keep getting boomed before I can touch the rail. You know, it's a whole thing. But I get the spin finish there, and then I go up against his Wizard Rod with my Shark Scale, and I swear to God, I almost pocketed him like 3 times, bro. 3 times I almost get the fucking KO. And instead, I just, you know, pass away, and he gets the spin finish. Then I send out my Wizard Rod against the Hover Wyvern, my Arrow Pegasus against the Hover Wyvern again. And this is where things just, I get boomed into the pocket. Then we do a Wizard Rod for Wizard Rod. I don't think I launched hard enough here. And he's chasing me. And I just take all the damage. And despite Wizard Rod free ball and Wizard Rod free ball squeezes out the victory, though, or chill. But I'm down. I have to get back up, and I'm playing the Nightmail. This is his main, and I get absolutely fucking boomed and just die, and it's his victory. My first loss of the day. All right, now this is my match against Mimic. Mimic is me and Mimic are playing very similar, like similar decks here. We both are running AP. I go AP into he goes Shark Scale, he goes AP, and I managed to get the burst on the 160. And then he's playing Dragoon here against my Wizard Rod. And this is where, like, just things, like, this is where I think that this game is just pure luck sometimes. But I managed, he outspins me on the Dragoon. I don't know where this is. So then I go Pegasus into his Hover Wyvern. his hover wyvern jumps into the pocket. By the way, it jumps out of the pocket like 2 times, and I managed to squeeze out a spin finish. And now I'm going Wizard Rod against his Dragoon again on the reshuffle, and then I stream the Dragoon. Alright, now we're in top 8, and I managed to get first seed in this tournament, and I'm playing against Boss Tyrant once again. And he goes AP into my Wizard Rod, and we're just kind of vibing here. He winded up a lot, but I managed to get the spin finish here. Then I'm against my AP against his Ragna, and he booms me into the pocket, but I managed to escape thanks to the 150, and I survive. Then Shark Scale versus Dragoon here, and I hit that Dragoon with everything I fucking possibly could. Now the question is, was it enough? We'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. And I barely managed to squeeze out the plane. Then I send my Shark Scale into his Aero Pegasus. And the Aero Pegasus tanks a lot of my hits. I almost pocket it, but it's just not. Well, it is enough because I get the spin finish. Also, we're playing first to 7 here at this point. We're playing first to 7 at this point, and so now I go AP into the Ragna. I try to do a little slide drop, and I get my pocket. Now I'm playing in the most unfavorable matchup. It's my Wizard Rod versus his Cobalt Dragoon, and this goes while the free ball combo is, I feel, outspins Dragoon. But I think that was a snipe. It might have been a snipe. I fear. Or we just ran back the same matchup on the reshuffle. I'm not completely 100% sure what just happened. But he gets his get back on me. And then we do the AP mirror match. And he booms me into the extreme pocket. So now it's my Shark against his, I believe that's his Ragna again. And I do some weird tech here. I don't know what the fuck just happened. And I just completely destabilized the Ragna. And alright, we're back again, and we gotta play Mimic one more time. And off rip, my Shark Scale gets recoiled into the pocket, but I managed to escape thanks to the 170. And he outspins me, of course. Then it's my Wizard Rod versus Aero Pegasus. And I do not remember what happens here. Oh, I get the extreme finish here. Right? And thank God I got the extreme finish when I did, because when I went to go pick up my Wizard Rod, it literally bursts in my hand. It just bursts in my hand as I pick it up. So now it's my AP versus, I believe it's his Silver Wolf. And as I said before, Silver Wolf has been my worst matchup all day. And this one on low orb is even worse. Now we reshuffle, and it's my AP versus his Cobalt. I slip into the pocket for a second there, but I managed to tap the Cobalt Dragoon into the pocket at the last second to get the 2 points. Now it's my Wizard Rod versus his Silver Wolf, and this is where this game is in luck. I don't know how that happened, and I took the dub. So I messed up and pressed my record button twice and stopped my recording for this finals, It's me versus Sunplush. I'm getting all the runbacks today. So it's my Shark Scale versus Nightmail, and I boom him into the pocket. Boom, absolutely boom him in the pocket. Now I'm playing the Wizard Rod. Get the Wizard Rod mirror, and we're circling each other. We're circling, and we're doing the things as we usually do. We've usually done before. I've played these games before, and he gets the spin finish on me, surprisingly. Didn't launch hard enough. I finally get my drops. I'm in peak form right now. I'm doing my fucking thing, and I'm doing it well, you know. But this Hover Wyvern is still a problem for me, though. But I managed to destabilize it enough that it starts scraping, and AP takes a spin finish. Then we run it back on the reshuffle. And I don't remember what happens here, but we get boomed a lot. Just a lot of big hits. And he outspins me this time. Now we're just running back the matchups, and I managed to get an extreme finish on the Wizard Rod Hexa, which is just peakles. So now I'm playing the Nightmail against the Shark Scale again. We miss, and we miss. And we just start attacking each other, and boom, I get the spin. And I walk out with the victory. And a fat stack of cash, a pink Tyranno beat, and I ended up being top 17 in the world for like a week or two. I'm 68 now, but it is what it is. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I will catch y'all in the next one.